Finding student accommodation and getting around in Finland can be tricky if you're new here. In this video, I'm going to tell you all you need to know about housing options so that you can settle in with ease. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, on this channel we talk about tips on how to move to Finland and Finland related content. So if you're interested in moving to Finland and you have no idea from where to start from, then this channel is the right place for you. So into this video, we're going to be talking about housing and accommodation in Finland. So let's dive straight into the video. Finding a suitable accommodation in Finland can be tricky and challenging, especially if you live in big cities like Helsinki, Espoo, where there are so many students around. This can equally be the same if you live in other big cities or in other cities in Finland, but it is more challenging in places like Helsinki and other metropolitan cities because of the vast or mass number of students that live in these areas. In most cases, when you get admission in any school in Finland, they will most likely send you some detailed information about accommodation and rentals, and this is very common in most universities in Finland. Some of the housing options in Finland, especially in the city of Helsinki, is HOAS. For those who are in Tampere or those who are planning to move to Tampere or to study in the University of Tampere, the option that will be offered to you by the University of Tampere will be TOAS. So these bodies are in charge of student accommodation in Finland. Getting accommodation from this organization can be very cheap or less costly as compared to getting private accommodation. If you get in touch with any of these organizations for student accommodation and it is not up to your taste, then you may just have to seek with private rentals, which we're going to talk about in the second part of this video. So generally, student accommodation in Finland costs between 300 euros to up to 500 euros depending on which city you live in and how the accommodation looks like. So if you live in metropolitan cities, for example, the accommodation or the rent in such areas is going to be relatively higher as compared to if you live or if you're planning to move to school in other big cities or other small cities in Finland. So it is important to think about this wisely while making the choice of the university as well. The second option, which is private rental. If you do not find any available apartment for yourself in student housing, you can go for the private rentals. And there are a number of housing options in Finland, such as Oikotie, Vuokrauvi, Tori, and even Rentola. You can go to all this website and try to find the most convenient accommodation for yourself. I'm going to take you a little bit through how to find this website. So see you.
So the first one we'll go through today is the Helsinki Student Association, and the first thing we have to do is to translate to English for better understanding. This association is aimed at enhancing the student living experience by improving property quality and services, constructing new buildings near campuses and public transport hubs, and equally renovating older properties to maintain high living standards. The students who are interested in HOAS housing are advised to apply as early as possible, ideally up to 4 months before the desired move-in date due to high demand and limited availability. Applications can be submitted through this website. And while the organization strives to accommodate as many students as possible, housing cannot be guaranteed for all applicants. So now let's try to go through a couple of apartments under this website or on this website. You would see that right now they have just one apartment which is available for immediate entry, but nevertheless you can go through the website, try to know exactly which part of Helsinki you will be moving to, so that while you're doing your research on this website, you know exactly how to tailor your research. Even if you do not find an apartment that is very close to your school, you can still get an apartment that is a little bit too far, but just around the area where you can easily have access to bus services, and then you can easily go to school by bus. So make sure to explore this page as much as you can to find the apartment that is more convenient or most suitable for you, and it is always advisable to go for shared accommodation. So for this apartment that we've chosen, the price ranges are between 422 to up to 868. So the rooms are cheaper, while the studio and the 2 bedrooms are more expensive. The next one will be the TOAS, which is the Tampere Student Housing Foundation. And just as the HOAS, it is a non-profit organization that is established to provide affordable housing solution for students in Tampere. The eligibility for TOAS housing requires full-time enrollment in a degree program at an educational institution in Tampere or nearby municipalities. So if you haven't gotten admission yet, it is not possible to apply for any housing option there. Additionally, you may equally be required to provide information about your monthly income and assets, and then sometimes high income may equally affect the priority for certain apartments. They would equally go ahead to check your credit history. If you have any bad history, you may not get any apartment, or it may affect you. They equally have furnished apartments and unfurnished apartments, and the application for each one of them varies, so you need to check on the website and with the association to know exactly. So the recommended time for application for this association is 1 to 2 months. It is very important for you to apply ahead of time so that you can secure your apartment before the time you're supposed to move in. So immediately you get your admission, it is advisable for you to start sending in your application for apartments, because as we all know, there is a lot of demands in student apartment or student accommodation. So these are the price ranges that they have on this website, so you can go ahead and check. Once you've gotten your desired apartment, you can send an application to them with all the list of apartment that you want to go for, and then they will try to make a reservation for you. So be specific in your application as well. So for everyone planning to move to Vasa and its surrounding, there is equally a Vasa Student Housing Association in this area as well. So you can go over there and check for yourself which apartments are better for you. It has approximately 2,500 accommodations in diverse student population. There you will find shared apartments as well, where tenants have their private bedroom with a lockable door, and they share a common area such as the kitchen, the bathroom with 2 or 5 other students. While some apartments are furnished, they equally have unfurnished apartments. There is equally the possibility of having studios, which are like 2-room or 3-room apartments. So these units are always unfurnished, providing options for students seeking more private living arrangement. If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification button, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. So in case you've not been able to find an apartment with the Student Housing Association, you can go to your web browser and type ACCOMODATION, which means student apartment, and you would have variety of other websites where you can find student apartments. So the first one we'll talk about is Sato. This is one of Finland's largest rental housing providers, specializing in sustainable urban living solutions. They offer options like studios and 1-bedroom apartment, family apartment, and new and renovated homes. Generally, they do not require any security deposit in most of their apartments, and equally, their apartments are pet friendly. They have high-speed internet connection. You can all check their website and then submit an application through this website based on the apartment that you would like to go for. It is a widely recognized rental housing sector with surveys indicating high brand awareness. So whenever you type Opiskelia Asunut, it's going to give you a variety of websites. As you can see, we can equally find the HOAS there once more. M2 Coded is another good website where you can find student accommodation. And as usual, we always have to translate to English. So they operate on a cost basis, with rents determined according to the Housing Finance and Development Center of Finland policies. They ensure genuine reasonable prices for them, and the company does not aim to make a profit. Instead, its mission is to provide homes for various life situations, supporting the belief housing is a human right. The company offers a variety of apartments, including studios, 1-bedroom apartment, and larger family apartments to cater for diverse residents' needs, and they have apartments in various cities and municipalities throughout Finland. For application, all you need to do is to apply through this website. To get a more specific search, you need to put the city where you plan to study, so it can show you apartments specifically in your city. Another interesting website is Lumo. They are equally a prominent provider of rental apartments in Finland, and they offer a wide selection of high-quality homes across various cities, including Helsinki, Tampere, and Turku. They equally focus on sustainable urban living, and they provide residents with modern amenities and services designed to enhance everyday life. Prospective tenants can browse available apartments and complete the rental process entirely on this website, and there is no security deposit that is required. They offer additional benefits to their residents, such as high-speed internet, car sharing services, and opportunities for community engagement.